Hello and welcome back to the Drive to Thrive show, the show all about being yourself, being your best, and truly thriving in life, whatever that means to you. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about mental and emotional nutrition to allow us to have the greatest physical, mental, and emotional well-being, and also performance. Having a think about what types of things we want to be nourishing our minds and bodies with in order for us to be, feel, and perform our very best so that we can achieve our goals. So without any further ado, let's get into today's episode. Mental and emotional nutrition. When it comes to our health, fitness, and well being, not just physically, but also mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually, it's not just about what we eat and what we drink. It's also largely about what we choose to watch, listen to, read, the situations that we expose ourselves to, and the people we regularly spend our time with. Because all of these things have an effect on shaping, moulding, and influencing our thoughts, mindsets, and emotions. And all of these things have an impact on us physically, mentally, and emotionally, which of course then affects our experience and quality of life. Our state of mind, which then goes on to affect our physical and emotional well being, isn't just something that happens by chance or by accident. It's something that is made up of individual components like our past experiences, beliefs, values, and what we choose to regularly think about. All of which are greatly influenced by the external stimulus which we allow into our minds. Think of it like this. If all you ever ate was McDonald's, pizza, and Chinese takeaway, would you expect to look like a chiseled Greek god, to feel like a well oiled machine, and to perform like a top athlete? Of course you wouldn't, because you would most likely be overweight, bloated, retaining a lot of water, having a lot of inflammation in your body, sore joints, low energy, and just be a hot mess of potential conditions waiting to go off at any moment like a ticking time bomb. And the thing is, our minds aren't much different. The external stimulus, i.e., the nutrition which we feed to our minds through what we watch, read, listen to, situations we expose ourselves to, and people we regularly spend time with, are all the building blocks our mind has to form our understanding of the world, our general state of mind, and thus our mindsets, emotions, and general outlook on life. All of which has a massive impact on our physical, mental, and emotional health and well being, and thus our fitness and our abilities to consistently take action, deal with challenges and overcome obstacles, and keep moving forwards to achieve our goals. Remember our reticular activating systems, which we mentioned in previous episodes? The parts of our brain that are responsible for filtering out all the millions of bits of information and external stimulus we receive all day, every day? Well, if all we ever did was spend hours scrolling on social media, watching the news, binging drama TV shows, spending time gossiping or with negative people, if this is what we're doing, this is what we're telling our brains is important to us. And this is what our brains are then going to filter and show us more of. And thus, if this is what we spend our time doing, it would be absolutely no wonder that our lives would be full of drama, stress, anxiety, and negativity. But if, on the other hand, we want strong, quality mental health, a mind that is fit, sharp, and ready to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals, what kind of things do you think we would want to be feeding our minds and nourishing them with in order to create this state of mind? I can tell you now, it's definitely not going to be whatever random crap comes up on social media or whatever shite they're currently feeding to us on the news. Now, I'm not saying to never spend time watching drama TV shows or films or don't tune in to current events and don't get involved in social media. Of course not. What I'm saying is, let's have a healthy balance of content and external stimulus that allows us to feel good, think resourcefully, show up our best, and allow us to achieve our goals. And if you are currently in a stage in life where you are struggling, you are finding things difficult, maybe you've had a setback, a failure, an unexpected challenge in life that is really making things trying for you, then yes, maybe you do want to be a lot more vigilant, strict, and disciplined with the external stimulus that you're putting into your life. Because again, if what's going on in your mind is life is difficult and challenging just now, or there's some things in life that are causing me anxiety, if we're then using external stimulus that gives us even more of this is what is going to continue to perpetuate, and it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy of negativity and unresourceful states of mind. Whereas in these times, if we can nourish our minds with more positive, inspiring, and empowering content that enlivens our mind, enriches our soul, and inspires and empowers us to be able to consistently take action on the things that are important to us, we can very quickly and effectively shift our mental and emotional state, have a positive effect on ourselves physically, and allow ourselves to begin to move forward inch by inch, step by step, building that positive momentum and then completely transforming things. And so, what I'm suggesting that we do is be much more intentional about the content and external stimulus which we choose to consume and nourish our minds with. To have a think about, what kind of life would I love to live? What kind of state of mind would I love to have? What emotions would I love to experience? And what goals and experiences am I wanting to create and achieve? And once we have an idea of the general state of mind, emotions, life, and goals which we want to experience, we can then have a think about what kinds of content and external stimulus are going to put me in the best, most resourceful and empowered state possible to go on and create this kind of life, mindset, emotions, and experiences. This way we can choose the types of content we want to watch, read, and listen to. We can choose the situations which we want to expose ourselves to, and we can also choose the people that we want to spend time with that are going to align with who it is we want to be, how we want to show up, and the life which we want to live. And again, that's not to say that we don't spend time enjoying consuming things just for the pleasure of it, just for the joy of it, watching a horror movie, a drama TV show, spending time with friends who don't quite share the same goals or values, but who we do enjoy spending time with. I bring it all back to the value equation. The things that we're doing, spending our time on and consuming, how is that contributing to the overall value within our lives? Is it helping us move towards our goals? Is it moving us back from our goals? Is it giving us greater mental, physical, and emotional health and fitness? Or is it detracting from it? And thus, we can begin to think about, these things are adding to it, great, let's keep them in. These things are subtracting from it, let's let them go. These things here maybe aren't having the most positive effect, but they're also not having a hugely negative effect, and when I do them, they are good fun, and thus they add to the value of life, energize me overall, and allow me to be, feel, and perform my best. So what I would like you to do just now is have a think about, what would you like to have or experience more of in your life? Whether it's states of mind, emotions, or experiences, and also think about, what are my current goals for life that are going to help move me towards my larger vision for life? Once you've got those things nice and clear in your mind, or even better, written out on a piece of paper, make a list of what those things are and then begin to think, what types of content and external stimulus can I watch, read, and listen to? What situations and experiences can I expose myself to? And what people can I do my best to spend more time with that are going to align with, honour, uphold, and help me to create that? Go ahead, take a pause here, have a think about your life, your goals, your mindset, and your emotions, and start making a list of the types of content, people, situations, and external stimulus that are going to help you to be, do, have, and achieve all of that. Let me give you a quick example. For me, some things that are very important to me are health and well-being, learning, family, personal growth, contribution. And so in my life, when I want to learn more about health and well-being, if that's what my current goals and focus are, then I'll go and listen to some Peter Attia, some Andrew Huberman, some Dr. Rhonda Patrick, or some of the other amazing health and well-being guests that often appear in the Joe Rogan podcast. If I'm at a time in my life where I feel I want to be more disciplined and more focused, I'll go and listen to some David Goggins, some Cameron Haynes, some Jocko Willink, or some of these amazing ex-servicemen who are such great examples of the benefits of discipline, and thus when I listen to it, I'm more inspired to be more disciplined and apply more focus and discipline in certain areas of my life. And if I want to just have a wee bit more fun, a wee bit more laughter, a wee bit more enjoyment, then maybe I'll watch some stand up comedy or listen to a comedy podcast. And so, depending what it is I'm looking to have more of in my life, whether it's thinking more of, feeling more of, doing more of, being more of, the content I listen to hugely helps me to experience that. And thus, when we immerse ourselves in the content and stimulus that is aligned with and related to our goals and the aspirations we have for life, this is what we are feeding our minds. This is what our minds are building our mindset, state of mind, and emotions upon. And it's what our minds then filter through the world to show us even more of. Got your list of goals, experiences, and stimulus that can help you to be, do, have, and achieve all of that? Fantastic, well done. And now you'll have some great ideas of the different kinds of content, stimulus, people, and situations that are going to empower you to be, feel, and perform your very best. So now go away, immerse yourself in it, nourish yourself with it, enliven your mind, body, and soul with the content and stimuluses that are going to empower you to thrive. And this brings today's episode nicely to a close, where we've learned that when it comes to our holistic health, fitness, and well-being, physically, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually, our diet and nutrition isn't exclusively just what we eat and drink. It also comes down to what we choose to watch, listen to, read, people we consistently spend time with, and situations we regularly expose ourselves to. Because all of these things have a massive impact in shaping, moulding, and influencing our thoughts, mindset, and emotions. And all of these then have an impact on our ability to perform physically, mentally, and emotionally in any and all areas of life. From here, we then learned that just like our physical well-being, fitness, and performance, if we want to be, feel, and perform our very best in any area or endeavour in life, then we want to be nourishing ourselves with the kind of content, company, conversations, and situations that are going to energise, inspire, and nourish us to be able to do so. From here, we then touched on a wee bit of the science, going over our reticular activating systems and how the content we regularly consume, company and conversations we regularly have, and situations we choose to expose ourselves to consistently are what we're telling our minds are important to us. And what we tell our minds are important to us is then what our minds go about filtering out as we go through our days and lives and showing us even more of it. Thus, if we want to have strong, fit, healthy, resilient, driven states of mind, plus the emotions to drive those actions, we want to be programming our minds with the types of content, company, conversations, and situations that are going to empower us to do that. And last but by no means least, probably the biggest takeaway from today's episode is that our mental and emotional state doesn't just happen by chance. Whether that's our general, overall mental and emotional state in life, or our mental and emotional state in any given moment for any given task, it doesn't just happen by chance. It comes down to the thoughts we choose to think, the mindsets which we employ, and the emotions which we allow ourselves to feel into and give rise to. And of course, all of these things are influenced by what we watch, listen to, read, the company that we keep, and the situations we expose ourselves to. And thus, from here, have a think about the type of life that you want to live, about the things you would love to achieve, about who you need to be and the actions you need to take in order to do that, and then start thinking about what content can I be consuming, what company can I keep, conversations can I have, and situations can I expose myself to that are going to energize, inspire, and empower me to be able to do that. Because this is where, once again, it all comes down to responsibility. Taking radical responsibility for our mental and emotional state and beginning to think more intentionally about who and how it is we want to be to create the results that we want. and then creating that environment and ecosystem for ourselves through the external stimulus that we're exposing ourselves to. And so, have a think from here. Who do you want to be? How do you want to show up? What is it that you want to achieve? And what company do you need to keep? Conversations do you need to have? Situations can you expose yourself to, and content can you consume that is going to inspire and empower you to truly thrive? If you're enjoying these, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button over on YouTube, and please leave a 5-star review with your podcast host. Until next time, take care, please be kind to others, and I'll catch you real soon. Peace.